Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. I am headed out the door on my way to the Goodwill. I've got these 2 bags to drop off and I've got 2 bins in the living room to drop off. I've been meaning to drop off the bins in the living room for a while now. They were the last of my decluttering journey somewhat. And then these 2 bags actually accumulated this week. Olivia has purged a lot of things that she can no longer fit. So we're going to go ahead and drop those off. I'm about to go inside Kroger. Girl, I know. I literally just went to the store, what was that, last week? And then also, well, last weekend or late the week before last. And then I went to the food pantry or that community food bank distribution later on, like a few days or so, 3 or 4 days after that. So I should have no reason to go to the store, but I have a reason. I had I'm lying. I thawed a pack of chicken that are random pieces of chicken breast. And I thought that this bag was going to be like the last bag that I got from the food pantry. Where the chicken breast had a lot of meat on them. Well, this pack don't. So I was cutting the meat off of the bones, and once I got done, I'm looking at the amount of meat that I have, and I'm like, dang, this is like one chicken breast, literally like one fat juicy chicken breast just cut up. So I need chicken breast fillets because I'm making dinner, and I mean, what in the world am I gonna do with a scoop of cut up chicken breast? So I've got to run in here. I need to pick Olivia up from school anyway, so this is good timing. She stayed after school today, so I'm just gonna run in here, get the chicken, just eyeball the clearance section. I don't plan on picking up nothing from the clearance section. I'm just gonna eyeball the clearance section and see what they have in there today. Y'all, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I had planned on going to 2 Goodwills today, but I never made it to the second one because I got tired. Girl, I was in the first Goodwill for a good little minute, just walking around, and it felt so good just being in there and not having to rush or not feeling too tired to do like a really good look around. I just was able to take my time. I ain't have to rush to be nowhere. It felt amazing. So I found 2 things. One was for me and one is for eBay. The one thing that I found for me is actually for the apartment. And y'all, I feel like this item was meant for me because I was actually leaving Goodwill, right? I was in line about to check out with the 2 items that I picked up originally, because I ended up putting one of them back. But the 2 original items that I picked up, I was checking out, but me and my bladder has been beefing lately, so I felt like girl, you might have to use the bathroom in a couple minutes, right? So because for some reason I have not been able to hold myself, it's like as soon as I gotta use the bathroom, it's like I gotta go, like right there. It's so weird. But anyway, so I got out of line, went to the bathroom, and so when I came out, something was like, I'm lying, I had 3 items. Something was like, walk around again. And that 3rd item that I just remember that I had, it was a wall art picture that I was gonna put like in the dining room or in the kitchen, but it had like some scuffs on it or whatever, and I was gonna buy it at first, but when I came out the bathroom, I changed my mind and I decided to look around some more, and I was gonna I took it back over to the wall art. Tell me why when I took it back over to the wall art, I turned around. I just happened to turn around, look down, and I saw what I saw. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want you. You're coming home with me. Because this is something that It's part of my apartment refresh list. I've got my rice cooker, which I've showed y'all that, which was a heck of a steal, by the way. And I feel like that was meant for me too because of the way that I found it. I found it the same way that I found those K-cups. Pushed all the way to the back, looking like somebody pushed it back there with the intentions of coming back to buy it, right? But I got there first. So, yes, we're just, you know, making our way through our mental to-do list for our apartment refresh. Okay, that was corny. Okay, here she is. This is what we picked up from the Goodwill. It is a rack, a storage rack, but I'm going to use it as a spice rack. So I've already put it up against the door. And as you can see, it's too wide. It's too wide. I even tried to see if maybe I could still kind of force it, but if I put it, let me make sure I'm not gonna drop it, because originally this is how I wanted it to be. Can y'all see? On the inside of the door. Perfect, right? But it's too wide. You can see how it kind of comes out. So the door is not gonna close. So the Hun, he came up with an idea. Because I don't want to use it anywhere else. I bought it with the intentions of putting my spices on it, right? So he suggested to put it over here. So hold on, let me show y'all. Or let me turn y'all around rather. Alright, let me sit y'all down. My tripod is in the room. Alright, so he suggested that I put it right here. So what do you guys think? And I can see the vision. I had him hold it, and then I grabbed a couple of spices and I set it in here, and I was like, huh, that's different, but it's gonna work. What do you think? Different, right? Because you normally don't see your spices on the wall, or I've never been to anyone's house that had their spices on the wall. But I don't care. That's what I'm gonna do. He suggested it. It was a good idea. That's what we're gonna do. So it does come with the like, I don't know if you guys can see really good, but it does come with like these little brackets that you screw into the wall, but I don't want to use those. So I went to Dollar Tree and I got these. It says holds up to 3 pounds. So, I mean, I don't plan on putting anything heavy on it. It's just spices. All of my oils and vinegars and stuff like that is over here over the stove. So I feel like that'll work. I can also put my, let's see, what else I've got over here. My cocoa, and I still have those K-cups, the acai strawberry. I still have these. I haven't tried it yet. Honestly, I was excited to try it until I looked at the ingredients. This has, well, it's sugar, maltodextrin, coconut oil, citric acid, cream of tartar, all that stuff. But then at the very bottom, it says contains milk. I hate milk. I don't like drinking milk at all. So that's my only hesitation in trying that. I am going to try it though. I feel like it's probably going to taste like strawberry milk. Olivia tried it. I don't think she liked it though, because a couple days later I opened the fridge and the cup that she was drinking it out of, it wasn't even half gone, and it was in the refrigerator with her straw still in it. So that told me, okay, well, she didn't come back for it, so she didn't like it. Okay, so, alright, so this needs a bath, so I'm not going to put it up tonight, but it is going to go up soon. This needs to be cleaned down really bad, so I don't want to just put it on my wall dirty. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good spot for it. I'm also thinking about moving these from right here to over there. And then moving that from right there and finding a new space for that, which will leave this little area kind of naked. And I actually kind of like that there's something right here on the wall, decorative wise. So, but yeah, I think maybe if I move it over, maybe if I move it over some and actually have the spice rack over some more going this way, instead of like right here, I can actually have it more so kind of like right here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out. Okay, so we've got dinner going. We are doing homemade Chinese tonight. So I've got chicken that I'm sauteing up. I had it marinating for a while, and these are the seasonings that I use to marinate it. So some onion powder, smoked paprika. I've got some ginger paste. I'm going to use the last little bit of this in the fried rice. I've got the rice already cooked and it's sitting in a bowl in the freezer so that I can get it to be cold, because fried rice, I've cooked fried rice so many times, and it works better if the rice is a day old or 2 days old, or if you want to do it the quick way like I am, take a shortcut, you cook the rice ahead of time and you let it cool off in the refrigerator. But since I'm cooking the rice last minute, I've got it in a bowl in the freezer, and then you let it get cold and then you cook it up. Anyway, so yeah, black pepper, I use some red pepper flakes, some garlic powder, some minced garlic, some low sodium soy sauce that I actually forgot that I had. I use a little bit of this nature seasoning. It does have salt in it. Y'all know we're on a low sodium thing, but I'm not putting salt in anything else. This is low sodium, so I think it's going to balance itself out with the rice. I'm not going to put any salt in that, so I think we're okay in that department. Okay, so I also used some of this McCormick Sunshine by Tabitha Brown. It's an all-purpose seasoning that I picked up at Dollar Tree one day. I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe they've sold out of the inventory, and maybe, I don't know. But anyways, it has garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango in it, and so I thought that would be a good twist to the chicken. For the fried rice, I normally do my own, but I am taking a shortcut, just a tad shortcut. Throw that in the trash. And really the only shortcut that I'm taking is the seasoning. I don't do fried rice like one particular way. Every time I've done it, it's turned out a little different. So today, as far as seasoning, I'm just going to use this packet, and then I'm going to add on to it because I've only got that one packet. But yeah, so I started sauteing my chicken. By the time I get down to the last pieces of the chicken, the rice should be good and ready to cook. And I will saute that up. Dinner was great. Sweet and sour chicken, chicken fried rice. I used a sweet and sour sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings. It was on sale at Kroger. And I had that I sauteed the chicken, and I let it simmer in the sauce while I was cooking the fried rice. And the fried rice was, girl, it was good. Okay. All right. So before I go to bed, let me show y'all what else I got from Goodwill. I told y'all I was in there for a little minute because I did a thorough walkthrough. Not of the clothes though, only of like the home decor and the like the linen, the pillows, carpet, furniture, all that stuff. The stuff that's normally along the walls and on the back part of the store. I didn't go nowhere near the clothes. This is what I picked up. I found this. It's a Jim Beam double burger press. And I saw this listed on eBay, and it actually sold. Now the one that I saw that sold, it sold for like $10, and the shipping was like $7 and some change if I'm not mistaken. But I can't remember if it was pre-owned or new. Either way, I'm looking for items that at least sold on eBay, okay? Right now, I'm sitting on a bunch of items that I've been sitting on since I first brought this topic up around this time a year ago, last year. Remember when I brought it up saying that I wanted to get back on eBay, yada, yada, yada. I was all excited. Girl, we went and bought a bunch of books and all that stuff. Okay, well, life has been lifing over and over and over again, and I haven't been able to focus on eBay. I had to put it on the back burner. I had to prioritize, okay? But now that life is starting to become, or feel like it's starting to become somewhat more organized, a little bit calmer, we got somewhat of a flow going here. I feel like, okay, I have a little bit of brain capacity to focus on something else. eBay. All right. So I'm looking for stuff that's small, lightweight, easy to pack, easy to ship, not going to take up a whole lot of space. I don't want to do clothes. I've come to a decision that I don't want to do clothes. I was on the fence. I was back and forth about clothes. Did I pick up some clothes to sell on eBay? I did. Kids' clothes. I picked up kids' clothes to sell on eBay. I didn't pick up any adult clothes. However, I did list a few garments that I had here around the house. I have a few over here in the bin that are pajama sets that I want to list. These happen to be in the bag that Olivia brought me of stuff that she can no longer fit. And these happen to be pajama sets that she has never worn. And so, unfortunately, they don't have the tag on them, but they're in very, very like new condition. They're cute, and I can put them, there is 2 sets that I can sell together. So it can, wait. There's 2 sets that I can sell there's 4 sets that I can sell in pairs because they're similar to each other, but just a different color. And then there's 1 set that I can sell by itself. So that's how I'm going to do that. And then that's going to be that one. There's 2 or 3 men garments that I'm going to go ahead and pull because they've been sitting since last year. I'm not going to pick up any more books because I'm still sitting on the books that I listed, as well as coffee mugs, unless it's just what I feel like is a spectacular coffee mug. I'm not going to pick up any coffee mugs for a while. I'm going to pick up just random items that I think would sell. Okay. The only garment that I might look for is hats. I did find myself looking at hats today. I've got this hat right here that I actually didn't get at the thrift store. I actually got this from Walmart back when Olivia was in elementary school. For those that are new, she is a sophomore, 10th grade in high school. Just to kind of give you a timeline here. When she was in elementary school, one day they had hat day. We needed a hat. We went to Walmart. This is the hat that she chose. She actually never wore it. She ended up, I don't even think she wore a hat at all. I think she ended up not wearing a hat. I think I had just did her hair or something, and she ended up not even wearing a hat or something of a sort. But girl, I never took it back. Had it all these years. Had thought about listing it time and time again. Never listed it. Plan on listing it now just to see if it sells. Crazy part is there is one listing of this exact Minnie Mouse hat. And it's been listed for a long time. I've seen this listing before. I'm pretty sure it's the same listing. And it's just there, and it's literally the only listing. There's thousands of Minnie Mouse hats, but this is there's only one listing of this exact hat, but it hasn't sold, and it's been sitting for a while. So that's kind of like the only thing I'm kind of like, should I even list it? But then what do I do with it? You get what I'm saying? I could donate it, but it's a pretty nice hat though, right? Anyways, I suppose one day, if we ever make it to Disney World, girl, who am I kidding? I don't plan on going to Disney World. Okay, so as far as the clothes that I have listed already, which is pretty much all baby clothes, because remember when we thrifted infant clothes? Okay, so these clothes are listed individually. Why did I do that? I have no idea, because what I should have did was bundle them up, since they're all kind of like in the same size gaps. Bundle them up and then list them that way. So now that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull all of those listings. I'm gonna bundle them up, probably do, I don't even remember how many pieces I actually have. I don't have many, y'all. All together, I've got maybe like 60 listings up. So, yeah. I need to get on the ball. Okay, so yeah, I need to pull all of that stuff, bundle them up, maybe in like 3 or 4, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I can make some outfits or something. I don't know. I have to see what I actually have. I can't even remember, girl. Okay, but yeah, pull all that, make bundles, and then relist them that way. That's how we're gonna do that. And then once I'm done with that, now if they end up selling pretty fast, then that might be a strategy that I do when it comes to clothing. But as far as picking up like adult clothing and all of that, absolutely not. I just feel like that is what triggers some procrastination when it comes to listing, is when I have clothing to list, because I feel like clothing takes a little bit longer to list than something like this. Like, to me, this takes probably 5-6 minutes to list this, including photos. If I just go straight from photos to listing it, you get what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, real quick before I let y'all go, because I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna shut myself up. By the way, the color of the week is yellow for 50% off, right? But apparently at Goodwill they have what they call like a savvy shopper program, and you sign up for it. It's free. You do the QR code, they send you a text, you fill out the demographics, and boom, you're signed up with your phone number, right? So every time you go, they ask you, are you part of the program? You say yes. They put your phone number in, and who knows what'll happen, right? So what happened to me today was, this was $3.09. This is a green sticker, so it was not half off. However, it was free. I'm gonna tell you how it was free. That spice rack that I bought, or that DIY spice rack that I bought, that was $11.09. $11.09. That's such an odd price. That was $11.09. Well, apparently, once she put my phone number in and hit whatever button that she needed to hit to tally up my total. Okay, hold on. So the 309 was the Jim Beam was 309. That rack was 1109. Again, the color of the week was yellow. The green, this one, the Jim Beam was green. The rack was red. Okay, anyways, so apparently after she put my number in and hit the button to tally up my total, I got a senior discount. I got a senior discount of $2.77 off of the rack, and then 77 cents off of the Jim Beam burger press. So I got a discount of $3.54. So my total came to, with tax, I didn't say I wanted to round up a penny. Okay, so my total came up to $11.60. So technically I only paid for the rack plus tax. So this ended up being cost of goods $0. Can you believe it? Okay, anyways, y'all, have a good night. Leave a comment down below, say hello, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.